Today I'm going to talk about why Macs are better, and yeah, I'm on a PC. If you're wondering why, it's because I'm going to get an M1 Mac for Christmas, or an M1 X. It's going to be probably the MacBook Pro. Um, so, yeah, I've actually been on the M1 machines though, and I've tested out Final Cut Pro, and I will be switching to that one. And it edits so smooth compared to this PC, which literally when I edit, I only see like 2 or 3 frames a second most of the time. So it's just a nightmare to edit because the thing doesn't play back cohesively. The preview window just sucks. It takes forever to edit just something simple. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the US store because I think that would apply to most of you. Other country or region is all that's left after Australia. So I'm going to find United States. These my speakers. There we go, United States. Alright, so now we've selected US, we can go over to Mac. We're going to look at MacBook Air. So you guys have seen how good this is, $999 or $1,000. So now we're going to build a PC part picker system for $1,000. We're going to try and get it exactly $1,000. Alright, so first of all we're going to choose an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X, maybe a 5600X over Ryzen 5 for the cooler. Let's make this a cool gaming PC. Yeah, so we've got I know this one's not RGB, so we're just focusing on components or whatever. Motherboard doesn't really matter. What matters is your components. Like, I don't care. Just need something to carry whatever I put in the computer. $75, motherboard, whatever. Memory, let's go with, I don't know, we could get 32 gigs of RAM. We'll get that. Storage, alright, we're 590. Alright, with the US as well. We could put in a, let's go, Samsung 970 Evo Plus. That's to set us back another 100. Additional storage, let's go for a Seagate Barracuda, just so I can have a lot of storage. Video card, we're going to choose the beautiful, oh wait, we're very bad right now because we've run out of money. I don't know if we have enough money in our budget for this. We got 1660 Ti, I think. Yeah, MSI Gaming X. Oh my god, wait, they're expensive now too. Okay, that's over budget. So let's start removing things. We can get rid of our storage. 1660 Ti. Okay. We can downgrade our graphics card to the 1050. They're so expensive due to the pandemic. 1050, no, not 1050, 1650. Let's just go regular 1650. Alright, 1650 G6, I guess, $210. We've really lost money. Alright, we're down to 800. Now I can start to add our storage again. We can go probably the 970 Evo Plus again. Okay, we don't even have a case or a power supply. We're going to have to skimp out again. Should we reduce our RAM? I guess we can go down to 16 gigs of RAM. Alright, Crucial Ballistics 16 gigabytes. Oh, what a cool name. And let's remove the RGB because that's not what matters. Let's go to the case. What case should we get? Oh look, we could get an NZXT case. Okay, we're nearly at budget. 913. Let's choose a power supply. And this is only using a 1050, sadly. Okay, this one's a bit expensive. I guess we can use the barbecue power supply, the EVGA BQ. Of course, this ignores piracy or buying keys as well. So if you choose an operating system, I mean, let's just get Windows 10 Home. Let's say you pay for it legit. Oh my god, $1,063. Let's just choose a monitor. And then maybe we can make some more compromises after this. Alright, let's see. 16:9 with 1 millisecond. Let's just find a cheap monitor because we've already lost a lot of our money. Oh no, 21.5 inch, 75 Hz. I guess we can get this Samsung monitor. Alright, our CPU is now our most expensive component. Let's just downgrade that. Maybe we could get a Ryzen 3. Okay. We're a Ryzen 5 2600X. Really depends. I think we're going to have to go with a Ryzen 3 1200 to get it down to 980. There we go. Okay, not even the peripherals have been bought. We've got to get a keyboard and a mouse as well. We have $20 left in the budget. So we could go with just this HP keyboard. Let's get that. Just an annoying wired keyboard. It looks like this. It's old, it's clunky. Let's get a mouse. We don't even have speakers or headphones, so we don't have a way to get audio. We have to rely on the PC speakers. But then again, you know, MacBooks don't have headphones, but they do have speakers. Alright, cheapest mouse. Maybe we could have space for really cheap speakers. $4.99 for this mouse here. I don't even think it has side buttons. We got $5 left. Let's get some speakers. Oh, they're very expensive looking. Oh, look, these are some Logitech speakers. They look cheap. We're a little bit over the budget now. We're at $1,006. Alright, now let's compare our parts between the MacBook Air. Tech specs over here is what we're going to look at. I'm going to put this one side by side. We're going to look at which computer would you rather have. Because this is going to be very ugly. Alright, so first of all, we got this nice finish here. What is it? This is comparing two different ones. I think it's the M1 and the the M1 MacBook Pro and the M1 MacBook Air. Or is it comparing the two different MacBook Air options? I don't know. Maybe it's comparing the higher end MacBook Air. If you click buy. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the M1 with 8 core. Alright, so let's check it out. So first of all, price. Well, this one's more expensive. We're just looking at the base model here. This one costs $7 more and it's a PC. For our CPU, what we've got is an AMD Ryzen 3 for this CPU, we've got the beautiful Apple M1. I don't even know if there's benchmarks. Surely there is. Let's benchmark this. Let's see. Apple M1 versus AMD Ryzen 3 1200. So this one's more powerful, I think. Apple M1, oh, look at that benchmark. So much more, and it's more powerful. Let's go to the 1200. Our $116 CPU here. Yeah, I'm giving Apple that one doesn't have much of a score, but it's also a less powerful one. Alright. How about the GPU? So we've got a 7-core GPU. It makes a small performance decrease versus GTX 1050. Let's see. This CPU in the M1 is faster than the i9 9900K, which is a really good CPU. So I don't know why anyone would really want to buy this system. It's kind of crap. Also, they're ignoring the fact that this system runs Windows. This system doesn't come with the amazing macOS. Alright. M1 chip beats GeForce GTX 1050 Ti and Radeon RX 560. So this one says it. We got GFX Bench over here. We're going to check it out. I'm actually interested in seeing it. Wow, they were both tested on Mac OS 10. Alright, this one gets basically the same for this Aztec Ruins. We want to try Minecraft because that's the one I do most. Maybe we could do, I don't know, texturing, tessellation or whatever. Yeah, these are like very similar, like 59.9, 60 FPS. Okay, same thing. Off screen 176. Oh wow, more FPS in this place. So this is basically better. Oh wait, this is a program. Okay, so this is 60 FPS. This one benches at 60.1 FPS. This one has more FPS here. More FPS again. Slightly lower in Aztec Ruins high tier. That's probably multi-core. I know, but that's not a really big deal, I don't think. Like, it's fine anyway. Like, it doesn't really make it a bad GPU. And then for the cooler, I mean, $39.99. MacBook Air doesn't have any cooling because the M1 is just so good at managing that. So you don't have an annoying fan. In this one, you actually have to pay for cooling. I've got a good idea. We could actually save a bit of money on this one. What if we remove the cooler? Oh, wait. Oh, no. The AMD Ryzen 3 is going to fry itself now. But we now are paying $966. So I think we can upgrade our speakers now. Or maybe, yeah. Where's the speakers? Actually, no, we don't need to upgrade our speakers. We need to add a webcam because the MacBook Air M1 has a webcam and this crappy PC doesn't have a webcam. Surprising, isn't it? We've got, how much money? We've got $34 for a webcam. I wonder if it compares to the one of the MacBook Air, which still isn't that good, but it's a laptop webcam. Let's see. Let's sort by price, lowest to highest. $14.99. Let's splash out our money. Let's go for one that's 34. Creative Labs Live. Okay, let's get this one. Our total comes to $996, which is basically less than the MacBook Air, but it's drastically worse. And our mouse is still crap. So, Now for the battery or the power. I mean, this is more of a desktop, so I don't think the battery matters. But this one will run you a lot of power bills. This one is amazingly efficient with its electricity because it's a beautiful M1, and M1s use minimal electricity, so you have a very cheap power bill. This one's good for the environment. This one is crap because it's just going to consume a lot of power for what it is. I mean, look at all these components just sucking power out of your system. This one's all beautifully integrated into one chip that uses power very efficiently. Okay, so here we've got memory. Obviously, this one's 8 gigs of RAM, and this one is 16 gigs of RAM for around the same price. But then again, this one is Mac RAM, and this is M1 unified memory, so the memory will be quicker. I'm pretty sure swap is really fast on this anyway, so I don't think it matters. If you've got enough space for swap memory to kick in, I don't think your RAM really matters. You won't even notice this. Mac RAM is more efficient than Windows RAM anyway, so Windows RAM is really, really inefficient, but Mac RAM uses it well. Just like how iPhones have less RAM than Androids, yet they can like multitask way better. We've got storage here. This one's 256 gigabytes. We had to remove our biggest storage. This is a 1 terabyte M.2 SSD. So yeah, the storage on this one is worse because you got only a quarter the storage. Really depends on what you're doing though. I mean, a terabyte M.2, yeah, for people like me, you could do with that. But then again, there's always just external solid state drives to expand. So yeah, you could just get an external drive. And also, I think the M1 definitely makes up for this because it's got so many other features that are better. With the electricity money that you save, you could probably just buy an external storage device. Next up, we've got this keyboard and trackpad. So let's compare it to the keyboard and mouse. So we've got this awful wired mouse compared to the Magic trackpad, which feels good to use, and it's got a good mouse pointer, and it's very efficient to do everything that you want to do. And then the keyboard, Magic keyboard, it feels really nice to type on, and it's flat and modern, and it's backlit. This one is not backlit at all. It's got an ambient light sensor as well, so it can adjust the brightness. For the camera, this is 1080p, that one's 720p. Honestly, Apple should bump this up. I reckon this 1080p looks just as bad anyway, because it doesn't really matter what the resolution is, it's how you use it. Like, there's really awful 4K video that's just been fake 4K, but it says 4K. Now, for the audio, we don't have a microphone on here, but this one has a microphone, which is good. And the speakers are really good. Stereo, wide stereo, Dolby Atmos. These speakers are just, I don't know, 1.2 watt, 2.0 channel speakers. They don't look really bad, and they cost $11.99. For the operating requirements or whatever, look at that operating temperature. 10 degrees to 35 degrees Celsius. That's cool. For something that doesn't have a fan, this one, we remove the fan, so the thing's going to overheat, remember? Operating system Mac OS, and this one, operating system Windows. What is Windows? It's this thing right here. This is Windows 10 though. This is Windows 11, which is slightly better. But under the hood, it's all still Windows. Still. Whoops. An unexpected error occurred. 0x90FFFA hex code. Blue screens of death. There's no airdrop on Windows. On Mac OS there's airdrop. It looks a lot nicer, cleaner. And of course you've got Xcode and it's Unix-like, which has benefits to more tech-savvy people. So everyone, there's no excuse that you're too tech-savvy to own a Mac. Everyone should have one. There is no excuse to hate a Mac. I understand if it's expensive, but if you don't like the Mac for anything other than that, then you've got no excuse. You're just mind-numbing. So in this video, I hope to show that my brain literally melts away. We forgot to talk about the monitor. Yeah, this one's bigger. Yeah, this one's 75 Hz. Is this a Retina display? No, it's not a Retina display. It's 1920 by 1080. This one's higher definition. This one's got amazing color, high dynamic range, whatever. Like, nothing comes close to this computer. This is amazing value. And as for this one, it looks ugly because it's just crappy everything, really. Skimped on the CPU, had to skimp on the GPU. CPU and GPU are easily beat by M1. So now you know that if you buy a PC, you're really dumb, or you have some really niche use case, like you need to use legacy MS-DOS software. That's why you have a PC. If you don't need to use legacy software, you do not need a PC. You should migrate to the Mac right away. And don't worry if Mac doesn't have Valorant, because Valorant's just one game, and I'm sure it'll be fine because they'll port it to Mac when they realize that the PC is dying. So get a Mac, and eventually everything that you want to run will be ported to the Mac.